Okay, now that we've got the library and the map modules figured out, let's go ahead and move over to the develop module here and show you about that. Now, when you're working in the develop module, same thing as with the map and a lot of the other modules here. You're going to be working on the images on the folder that you've selected or the category, collection, I'm sorry, that you've selected. And those are the photos that are going to be available under the develop module while you're here. As we see, I just have this row of selected photos that I can work with in the develop module now because I was on that folder, or I can access the images that are in any collections that I've made, which we haven't made any now, just our quick smart collection of recently modified are there. Okay, so we're inside the develop. We're looking at our view module. Here we have a couple of views, loop and the before and after view, which you can cycle and toggle through multiple styles of before and after viewing. Depends how you want to look at your image. A few different things too. While I'm developing, since I'm on a laptop right now, I know I'm going to want maximum screen space. So I'm going to go ahead and close this top menu bar up here by using this little arrow button. I don't need this at all anymore since I know I'm in the develop module and that's all I want. Okay. Now, the bottom row, again, here is all of your thumbnails, so you can select between what you're working on or highlight several to be using some of the features that we'll get to, like sync. Um, Left column, you have the navigator again for ratio viewing if you want to blow up your image and work on its scale 1:1, or go back to fit it to screen or fill it to the screen, and quick moving around your blow-ups here in the navigator. Okay. Below is the presets. In the presets, you'll have the Lightroom standard presets that come with right out of the box. And then as you download and install or make your own presets, they'll be all over here. User presets is where you're going to make your own. You make them by adjusting an image and clicking the preset button. Add preset. Okay. Snapshots. Snapshots are for while you're developing. You can add a snapshot, save a point in history, and keep going. That way you can go back to see where you were before your next touch-ups and edits. The history shows you what you've done, and of course the collections, your photos to work with. Right column, working from top to bottom, you've got your histogram to show you the spread of blacks to whites and where all your colors fall. The little buttons here will show you clipping zones. If you see the highlight flip in the image, those are clipping zones. What will be printed as pure black or pure white paper. Below here are the tools: crop, spot removal, red eye, gradient, and paintbrush. Your white balance and standard exposure and highlight tone adjustments, and then your presence of clarity and vibrance saturation. Below that again is tone control, tone curve controls, which you can flip through how you want to see them, and what type of a tone curve that you're working with. HSL, all your hue, saturation, and luminance controls, along with color and black and white mixing, are available here. Close that one down. Split toning, so you can adjust the hue and saturation of the color in your highlights and shadows if you want to be creative with your edits. You'll find that could be sometimes fun to make interesting photos. Sharpening and noise reduction are here so you can work with. When you're doing your sharpening, always go 1:1 on the view when you're working with noise reduction and sharpening to see what you're actually doing to the image. Then you have lens corrections. Every lens is different, puts out a different distortion and different type of color, chromatic aberration issues, vignette issues, all sorts of stuff. So here you can profile that lens, and if it's in the EXIF data and Lightroom already has it stored, it'll preset to your lens make the type of lens and the color profile for it. And you can make minor adjustments to distortion, vignetting, and chromatic aberration and defringe, and then go nuts with your manual adjustments. Effects are going to be your negative to positive vignette, and of course grain for the film look appeal in that image. And then below here we have camera calibration, which is going to be for color. You can set profiles for color by using the color checker passport, making a profile per photo shoot that you work on, and adjust your primary colors to make sure every camera, every lens outputs the same color tone to frame. Okay, that's the overview of the develop module. Excellent.